Hey guys, it's Steven and Parke and Corbin from ProTEQ. We're going to do some more reviews of the Sig P365. I don't think either one of you have shot it yet, right?
Right.
Okay, so this is their first experience with shooting the P365. Neither one of them have shot it or even dry fired it yet. So we're going to capture all of their initial feelings about it. So here we go.
I like the trigger. It's a very nice trigger.
So the trigger gets a thumbs up from Parke.
I like that grip.
Corbin likes the grip.
I like that loud reset too.
Yeah.
Very positive.
Very nice trigger.
Oh yeah.
Very
Okay.
nice trigger.
And if we can fight our safety glasses from fogging up, we might be able to hit some steel with it here in a minute. So let's load up some mags and get some more info. Okay, so we got Corbin here from Comp Team Bravo. He's going to put a mag through the 365.
You good?
Everybody got eyes and ears? All right. Maddie, you good to go? Okay.
It's quick. Yeah. Yep.
What do you think, Corbin?
I like it.
Yeah.
Snappy.
I got it.
These are
All right.
tight.
Let's try it.
These are tight.
Yeah, they're supposed to be, sweetheart. They're earmuffs. Okay, now Parke from Comp Team Alpha is going to give it a shot.
Very impressed. Very
Daddy,
impressed.
I want to go inside.
Okay, would
For
you
such
open the door
for
her,
such a
please?
small. Let me take these off for a second.
Go ahead, brother.
Wow, glasses are fogging. For such a small 9mm, you know, it's about the size of a Glock 42, really.
Yep.
When we're looking at it, size comparison. And I've shot a Glock 42. I own a Glock 42. I needed to shoot them side by side, but it was nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, for 10 rounds of 10 plus 1, or 12 plus 1, if you got the of 9mm and that, to shoot that nicely and that small of a concealed package, with that nice of a trigger, nicest trigger on any carry gun.
Yeah.
Unless you put an Apex or something on a shield, and that's not advisable for a carry gun, really.
Yeah.
Because you've modified
Yeah.
a factory gun. That's I want to shoot with it more, but put it on paper and do multiple targets and do some drawing with it. But yeah, I'm impressed.
Awesome.
I'm impressed.
So it sounds like we're going to be bringing you guys back to do some more drills with it and get some more reviews.
Absolutely.
And we'll crank out a couple holsters for it
So
in
that way
different
we can-
carry
we can-
positions.
We can draw it, yeah, and like to see how it, because it's that small, I want to just kind of play with it on how it draws. When you compare it to, this is the shield 45. You know, so it's a, I mean, really and truly, it's considerably smaller.
Yep.
You know, at least 3/4 of an inch in length, and there about an inch
Yep.
in the grip, and maybe an inch to 3/4 of an inch in the barrel length. I mean, width is negligible. I don't worry so much about the width anyway, but that's impressive.
And it's double stacked. You got 10 rounds in that package.
I know.
Holy
and it
smokes.
comes standard with the night sights on.
Yeah,
so
standard night sights.
That's very incredible.
And the trigger is way better than a factory shield trigger.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you know, I struggle with the shields, shooting them one-handed.
Me too.
Because of just that, you have to put forth a little bit more effort to get it past, to get it to break, and when you do that, I don't care how smooth you are, there's a little bit of jump in that front sight. Even when you're dry firing, the best dry fires out there with the factory M&P trigger, there's just a little bit of a jump, and that's just because of getting it over that threshold. You know?
Yeah. I have literally done that hundreds of times, Park, dry fire, trying to get to where I can smoothly pull the shield trigger one-handed, and it just won't happen.
It will not do it.
And you know what I found with that is it's got so much over travel, and there's no resistance in the over travel. So you release the striker on the shield, and then you got about 100,000ths of an inch or more of over travel, and then it smacks into that little trigger stop on the back of the trigger guard, and that is what I think is doing it.
There's just wow, you just, yeah, that's incredible. And even on the reset, you know, if you shoot reset, I mean it's.
How would you compare the trigger to a PPQ?
Comparable.
Yeah.
Comparable.
Okay, sweetheart.
The PPQ full size does have a nice trigger reset. It's a very nice weapon, but I would almost take this over that.
And it's smaller.
Well, looks like I need to start saving up.
Yeah. And they're on back order. You can't get them right now.
Now they're.
I see you too, sweetheart. Little Maddie up there on the deck.
What types of issues have they? I haven't been doing a lot of reading up on them, so everything brand new coming out of the gate sometimes will have its little quirks.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I'd heard early on was every once in a while something about ejection.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't heard any more about it.
Mm-hmm.
And Sig is usually good about correcting that quickly. So, but I haven't heard any more. Do you know any more about that?
They've had some issues with a spring in the trigger block catching on the magazine upon insertion, thus disengaging the spring and disengaging the trigger. And I looked in that one, and it's due to a little bit of spring overhang from there's a hole in the back of the frame inside the magwell that spring can poke through. And but once that little burr on that spring gets removed, and I believe they're doing it in the factory now. Don't take my word for it. I believe that problem goes away. And then they were having some issues early on with a few firing pins breaking because when the Corbin, if you wouldn't mind holding that, hey, Maddie girl, we're doing a video, sweetheart, so try to be quiet. All right. When the barrel begins to separate from the slide, when it begins to unlock, the striker would sometimes stick in the primer indent on the back of the primer and drag the tip of the striker on the primer, and sometimes put enough side loading stress on it that it would break it. But
On the firing pin?
Yeah, on the tip of the firing pin. But I believe that was due to, because that happens a lot in pistols, because you're unlocking the breech faces. The barrel is scrubbing the case head against the breech face for about anywhere from 30 to 75, 80 thousandths of an inch. That was due to the firing pin tip breaking was due to an improper mixture in the MIM material.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because that's a MIM, it's a metal injection molded striker, and metal injection molding is a now as it's advanced over the past couple of decades, it's a very reliable, robust process for parts like that. I know I've made extractors out of MIM, and they'll rip case head after case head off coming out of a rough chamber, and still won't break the feed lip of the extractor off. We've MIM'd in my career several firing pins and haven't had any issues. And Sig corrected the issue with the mixture, and the problem went away. So far as I know. And this gun has 2,500 plus rounds on it, and has had no issues so far.
You cleaned it very much?
I just picked it up from Top Guns last week, and I have not cleaned it, and I don't believe they have cleaned it either. So I believe it's had zero cleaning. And the majority of the ammunition shot through it has been factory. We've put about 400 rounds worth of reloads through it so far.
What type of rifling does the barrel have? Do you know?
I don't know off the top of my head.
You didn't know if it was standard or if it's octagonal or is
It would most likely be
Yeah,
standard.
standard.
Yeah.
it? I didn't know if you'd had the barrel off to look at it.
Let's see. Yeah, it looks standard. Corbin, did you have anything to add about the P365?
No, I think Dad kind of hit the nail on the head. He covered a lot of the things that I like. I'm astonished on the size and just the magazine capacity. I mean, that's a lot of firepower in a little package.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Sweet package.
yeah, that's very impressive. I'm kind of blown away.
I mean, I'm a big fan of the shields, but
That'll give it a run for its money.
we'll take it by storm.
Yeah.
Daddy,
Wow. Okay.
Yes, sweetheart.
Yeah.
some of those fireflies.
Yeah, you want to catch some lightning bugs?
Uh-huh.
Well, everybody, it's been real. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time. We got to go catch some lightning bugs. Take care, guys.